2045, the day the world changed. The year is 2045. Technology has advanced at an unprecedented rate. We think we understand the world around us, but the human story is a complex one. It is a story of both progress and destruction. On this day, the world as we knew it changed forever. Nuclear war, a threat that had lingered for decades, became a devastating reality. The very air we breathe, once filled with the sounds of life, now carried the echoes of destruction. Cities, once symbols of human achievement, were reduced to rubble and ash. The skies, once filled with the promise of a new dawn, were choked with smoke and debris. The world was plunged into chaos and darkness. This was not the end. It was, however, a brutal beginning. The survivors of this catastrophe faced a world vastly different from the one they knew. Their journey would be defined by hardship, loss, and unimaginable challenges, yet even in the face of such devastation, the human spirit endured. Fallout, the immediate aftermath. The immediate aftermath of the attacks was a period of unimaginable chaos. The blasts themselves had vaporized everything in their immediate vicinity. Beyond the blast zones, the world was showered in radioactive fallout. This invisible killer poisoned the land, water, and air. Millions perished in the initial blasts and the immediate aftermath of the attacks. Countless more succumbed to radiation sickness in the days and weeks that followed. Those who had the grim fortune of surviving the initial blasts found themselves in a world transformed. Familiar landscapes were now alien and hostile. Buildings were reduced to rubble. The once familiar hum of civilization was replaced by an eerie silence, punctuated only by the crackle of fire and the mournful cries of the wind. The infrastructure that we so often take for granted, things like electricity, communication and transportation, vanished in an instant. Food and water became scarce and precious commodities. The world as we knew it was gone. The fight for survival. Survival became the primary objective. People emerged from the wreckage, their faces covered in ash, their eyes wide with shock and disbelief. The world they knew, the world of their past, was gone. They were thrust into a desperate struggle for survival, a fight for every breath, every drop of water, every morsel of food. Small groups of survivors, often strangers brought together by circumstance, banded together for protection and support. They sought shelter in the ruins of buildings, in caves, and in any place that offered a semblance of safety from the harsh elements and the dangers of the outside world. Trust was a luxury they could ill afford. Barter systems emerged as the new form of currency. Essential supplies like food, water, medicine, and tools became more valuable than any material possession. The knowledge and skills that were once commonplace, like farming, hunting, and basic first aid, became essential for survival. Adapting to survive, ingenuity in the face of desolation. The human spirit, however, is remarkably resilient. Faced with unimaginable challenges, the survivors of this catastrophe began to adapt to their new reality. They scavenged what they could from the ruins of the old world, repurposing materials and finding new uses for old objects. Innovation was born out of necessity. They developed ways to purify water, making it safe for consumption. They learned to cultivate the land, growing crops in the shadow of destruction. They discovered alternative energy sources, harnessing the power of the sun and the wind to power their makeshift settlements. Section 5. Scars of the Past, Mental Health in a Post-Apocalyptic World. The physical challenges of survival were daunting, but the invisible wounds of the past ran deep. The trauma of the nuclear war, the loss of loved ones, and the constant struggle for survival took a heavy toll on the mental health of the survivors. Many were haunted by nightmares, flashbacks, and the ever-present fear of another catastrophe. The world they once knew was gone, replaced by a desolate and unforgiving landscape. The psychological burden of this new reality weighed heavily on their souls. Yet, even in the face of such adversity, the human spirit found ways to cope and to heal. They drew strength from each other, finding solace in shared experiences and offering mutual support. They found purpose in rebuilding their lives and creating a new future for themselves and their children. Section 6. Rebuilding from the ashes, a new society emerges. As the years passed, the survivors began the arduous task of rebuilding society from the ashes of the old. They formed communities, establishing new rules and ways of life. These communities were built on the principles of cooperation, sustainability, and a shared determination to create a better future. They understood that the mistakes of the past must not be repeated. They knew that their survival depended on working together, on sharing resources, and on looking out for one another. They had learned the hard way that the pursuit of power and dominance only led to destruction. Section 7. Lessons learned. The importance of sustainability. The survivors of the nuclear war carried with them a profound understanding of the importance of sustainability. They had witnessed firsthand the devastating consequences of environmental neglect. They knew that their future depended on living in harmony with nature, on respecting the delicate balance of the planet. They developed sustainable practices for farming, energy production, and waste management. They understood that the Earth's resources were finite and that their survival depended on using them wisely and responsibly. Section 8. The power of cooperation. The nuclear war had shattered the old world order. It had also highlighted the importance of cooperation and understanding. In the aftermath of the catastrophe, people from all walks of life, from different cultures and backgrounds, came together to rebuild their lives. They learned to look beyond their differences, recognizing their shared humanity and their common goal of survival. They discovered that diversity, rather than being a source of division, was a strength. It allowed them to pool their knowledge, skills, and experiences to overcome the challenges they faced. Section 9. A testament to the human spirit. The story of humanity's survival after the nuclear war of 2045 is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It is a story of courage, determination, and the enduring power of hope. It is a story that reminds us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. It is a story that we must never forget, for it holds within it valuable lessons about the importance of peace, cooperation, and our responsibility to protect our planet for future generations. Section 10. A future forged in resilience. The world transformed by the fires of 2045 is not the world we would have chosen. It is a world forever marked by the scars of the past. But it is also a world where humanity has been given a second chance, an opportunity to learn from its mistakes and to create a better future. The survivors of the nuclear war have shown us that even in the face of unimaginable destruction, hope can endure. They have shown us the power of resilience, the importance of cooperation, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. It is a future forged in the fires of adversity, a future where humanity has learned from the ashes of the past to build a more sustainable, just, and peaceful world.